Welcome back. Opening arguments began in Santa Fe yesterday in a trial in which the state of New Mexico accuses Meta of failing to protect minors from sexual exploitation. The state attorney general alleges the social media giant not safeguarding its apps like Facebook and Instagram from online predators who target child users. And New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres joins us now. Tell us more about this lawsuit.
Well, Mika, I think yesterday is going to be the start of a whole new era in trying to hold big tech accountable. At the center of this lawsuit is a whole new set of allegations that really set forth the fact that Meta and Instagram and Facebook have established platforms that are not only inherently dangerous and addictive for young people, but that the executives inside that company have known about it for years based on whistleblower complaints and in testimony from their own safety personnel. But more importantly, we know now that there are a lot of predators on the platform. We were able to establish that by initiating an undercover investigation that revealed really just an onslaught of predatory behavior on the platform. And I think that's something that is going to be both shocking to the jurors in Santa Fe, but also to the American public.
So, Mr. Attorney General, Meta's lawyers pushed back on your claims yesterday in court during their opening statements. Specifically, the company's attorney highlighted several measures by Meta to weed out harmful content from its platforms, while warning users that some dangerous content still gets past its safety net. The attorney repeated the refrain, quote, Meta disclosed it didn't deceive. Additionally, Meta says prosecutors are cherry-picking evidence to make sensationalist arguments. And on Sunday, a company spokesman posted online that the state's investigation is, quote, ethically compromised by its use of child photos on proxy accounts, delays by prosecutors in reporting child sexual abuse material, and the disposal of data from devices used in the investigation. So, they're obviously, as you might expect, disagreeing with some of your claims. They're saying they are doing enough. You please respond. Tell us why you think they're falling short.
This is just another attempt at lies and spin and misinformation. The fact of the matter is that we took 3 individuals in custody after an undercover investigation where our agents were on the platform using undercover accounts. The people who engaged with those accounts thought they were speaking to children, thought they were engaging with children. And when they showed up at a motel to have sex, they were surprised to find themselves in handcuffs. I think the executives inside Meta are doing everything they can to try and spin that and claim once again that these platforms are safe. I mean, we've heard this a lot from Mr. Zuckerberg and executives over the years. And I think one of the things that came through in the opening statement yesterday is a clear presentation of all the reassurances that had been coming from this company for years, and matching that with what has been known inside the company about the presence of predators on the platform. One of the things that I think is going to be a real revelation for people is that the people that we took into custody in the course of this investigation were actually known to Meta and had been identified as being dangerous individuals, and yet they still were allowed to have accounts. That's the kind of behavior that we're going to put in front of the jury, and I'm confident when they see that information and that evidence, they're going to hold this company liable.
Mr. Attorney General, could you tell us a little bit more, another beat on the actual legal argument here? There are attorneys general across the country who have been working very hard on similar issues. Tell us a little bit more about the legal argument.
Sure. In a lot of ways, this is a products liability case. This is a known dangerous product that has been specifically engineered to maximize engagement, to maximize the return on revenue for young people that they know have been on this platform from the beginning. And it also is focusing on the misrepresentations that they've made to the public, to policymakers, to parents, and to young people about the safety of their platform. I know that when Joe was in Congress, they passed Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act in a totally different era, but that is an immunity shield that doesn't cover this behavior. They need to be held to account for their lies, their misrepresentations, and product design that is inherently dangerous for young people.
It seems like it should apply to all. So we'll be following this for sure. New Mexico Attorney General Raul Torres, thank you so much for coming on the show this morning. We
Thanks for having
appreciate
me.
it.